Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late February, early March 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely, beautiful Leo collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's go. Let's shuffle it up and see what's up for the beautiful Leos. Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting if you ask me. But let's get this first card popping. Let's go. What do we got for Leo, please? Let's keep it moving. Okay. All right, that card like flipped out. You're going to get a blooper reel this week. It's all good though, Leo. Because I saw this Libra-like energy showing up and I had to pick it up because I felt like we needed this card. And it like literally flipped and tumbled off the desk. Interesting card of balance, interesting card of harmony. So that could be something you're really striving for. Before we fully get into that though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading, have a look at this card. So if you are connected to a Libra, this is an extremely important card here. It could be highlighting an important Libra in your life. If not, you see the symbolism here, the yin-yang, the balance, the harmony. So this is very similar to the Two of Pentacles, whether things are coming into a state of balance. And I always say this, nothing is ever truly 100% balanced, but things could be improving slowly. This is very good. A lot of you could be trying to find that place, that middle ground, that solace. So this could be a very positive energy of things starting to smooth out for you. Whether you've been going through a lot of rough things, ups and downs, you know the deal. Some of you, like I said, it could just be an important Libra in your life, but I like this card because it's harmonious. It means things getting better slowly, so I like this. Let's put it down. We're going to get into tarot now. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. I felt like it was important, though. That's why I picked it up off the ground. But yeah, let's get you these first three cards, and we'll get the intuitive, juicy stuff flowing. Let's shuffle it up one time for the Leos, please. Guides, talk to me. So, there was a big fiery energy in last week's reading, my friends. It was titled An Explosive Talk. So whether it was good news coming in piping hot or whether it was you butting heads with somebody, there was much fire to be had in last week's reading. But for a fire sign like you, a red hot fire sign, this doesn't always have to be a bad thing, right? But we're going to see what's going on this week. It's all very personal. As you know, energy is always up and down. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing you or somebody else in these cards. Let's get three. Let's see what we got for Leo. That card popped out quick. Okay, so we do have a little bit of mystery showing up here. In position number one, we have the Two of Swords. This could represent the unknown. It could be a little confusion as well. Doesn't have to be a bad card. We're not going to get nervous about it. Let's get two more. What do we got? Hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups without a beard, showing up here for the Leos. What's he doing in this reading? Okay, this could represent something about emotion. For some of you, romance could be really at the forefront. Let's get one more. But there is something tied to emotions, how one is feeling. That could be very important. Let's get one more. Usually the King of Cups is a very good card, but we have to get more things. Okay. Ooh, interesting. So we do have the Seven of Pentacles right here on the back end. We could be looking at some like karmic themes this week, Leo, and we'll talk about it. But you also have a repeating seven. You got the Seven of Wands as a bonus card. Very intriguing. So let's talk about it. I'm going to go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get intuitive into the juicy stuff. So position number one, and I will say this at first glance, the way this energy is flowing, it is like very much up and down. Like a lot of Leos could have a lot going on, whether it's things in your mind or just your personal life, very busy, or there's just a lot of energies coming at you. That's just something I'm feeling at first glance. But position number one, we have the Two of Swords. You see this person, they're blindfolded, they're hoodwinked. This is one of my bigger cards of mystery. Now, with all twos in tarot, they could represent partnerships. They could represent decisions, being at a crossroads in life. So a lot of you could be at some sort of crossroads. It's go left, go right. It's make or break time, of course. but it could be indecisiveness and confusion as well. So there might be someone around you that fits that bill, right? But when I see this, I always say, hey, there could just be something unexpected or surprising popping up when this card shows up, because it is one of my cards of mystery. So we'll just have to see what's up. It fits all those archetypes to me, because it literally has the moon on it, and there's a lot of things happening. But as we press on through the reading, Leo, we have the King of Cups, our good friend Kyle of Cups, right in the center there, and usually a very positive card. Now, for a portion of you, you might be linked to a water sign. We're talking Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the King of Cups could be an older male figure as well. This could represent emotional attachment, someone that you share a very deep emotional bond with or love. Once again, doesn't have to be a water sign. It's not specific to that point. All kings in tarot they represent control of their respective suit. The King of Cups is all about that emotional control, trying to keep something steady, trying to keep something balanced, like this very first card. So a lot of you could be in that mode where you're trying to stay very even keel or very neutral when this card shows up, which isn't a bad thing. Now, once again, it could just represent romantic things or love things taking a higher precedent in this time, or one's emotional well-being. So we really want to clarify that card and see what it's about. Now, as we press further through the reading, we have an intriguing duo right here on the back end. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the bonus of the Seven of Wands. You might want to look into the angel number 7. It's a very powerful number. There could be some interesting numerology. You could be seeing those numbers quite a bit, or repeating numbers in general. But Seven of Pentacles to me is usually a card of patience. Maybe some of you are going through a process right now, whether that's a healing process, a waiting process, something that can't be rushed, something that like it has to go slow and steady. This cannot be rushed, whatever it is. Aside from that, I always say this is one of the karmic cards, so it could represent karmic cycles. It could represent somebody who reaps what they sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. So you get what you give type of energy. So this could be a very interesting little energetic twist on the back end with the Seven of Pentacles. But for some of you, it could be something involving waiting. Okay. Now, moving to your bonus, we have the Seven of Wands. To me, this card is very black or white. This is a dualistic type of energy. For some of you, this could represent someone who feels cornered. It could be somebody who feels like they're always battling something, like it's always one thing after another, of course. However, there's beautiful energy attached to this card as well. It could represent just determination, like you're not going to keep me down. You're not going to stop me. I'm going to continue to do what I do. I'm going to keep moving forward, slowly but surely. I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. So this is a really interesting type of energy. Leo, I really want to dive deeper on all of it, so let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, so we're just going to place him right over there. Let's shuffle this up, see what we get for you, my friends. Let's get intuitive here for the Leos. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Two of Swords. Yeah, and if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you have any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it down below. I don't mind. All right, Two of Swords. Why is that Two of Swords here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, and I'm getting this communication showing up here. For some of you, this could be like putting a halt, or some sort of communication has been put to a halt suddenly. That's a vibe I'm getting here, and it's the complete antithesis of the energy we had last week, where I was speaking about an explosive talk. The Two of Swords with the Eight of Wands, it's somebody who might not know what to say. Or there could be something going on like, I don't even know how to approach this. Like, I don't even know how to speak about this. I don't even know how to bring this up. Okay, so once again, we're in the realm of communication. Now, the Eight of Wands in reverse could also represent something stopping suddenly, or the brakes being slammed on something. So with the mystery, a lot of you could have, like, I don't want to say an ending. We're not seeing that yet aside from the karmic, but there could be something that like suddenly stops, or suddenly comes to a stop or a halt when this shows up in the reverse under the Two of Swords, like suddenly or surprisingly, like a sudden stoppage. But let's keep moving. For a portion of you, yeah, some sort of communication could have fallen through. You might have somebody blocked out, or there could be something you're just not speaking about. Let's go in on that King of Cups. I feel like we don't need to overcomplicate that. Let's see what King of Cups is doing here for Leo. And remember, this could be somebody else's feelings as well. All right, Two of Cups. All right, So you have repeating 2s, you have repeating 7s, we have all sorts of repeating number signs here. So Leo, I'm just going to say Spirit could be trying to speak to a lot of you, guide you in a very specific direction. But the 2 of Cups is beautiful and harmonious here. Okay, so it's almost confusing when I see this energy next to this. It could have been something that changed or something that fell through as well. That's another vibe I'm picking up here, because this is an extremely good connection here. This is very powerful emotion. This is soulmate energy cutting through the center with the King of Cups and 2 of Cups in the upright. Beautiful, loving, powerful, and strong. But there's a rocky road happening here with the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Wands in reverse. Like, you could be connected to somebody that it's very much up and down, stop and go, up and down. Like, sometimes things are great, sometimes things are perfect, sometimes they're not. And like, it could be a tale of 2 extremes I'm picking up here. Very interesting. Okay, but this is an important emotional connection we're picking up right here. Soulmate energy, of course. So you might be helped through something with somebody's assistance as well. I don't feel like it's necessarily bad, but there could be an emotional roller coaster happening, or a warning about one's emotions, because these are completely opposite energies I'm picking up in front. Let's go in on the 7 of Pentacles, then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So let's see what that 7 of Pentacles is about, please. Where's the 7 of Pentacles here? Thank you. 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, something, it feels like something's baking. Okay, like it feels like something, it's not quite ready just yet. Like when this comes in, it's going to be good. When this comes in, it's going to be perfect, but it's just not quite ready yet. That's the energy I'm picking up here. Take from that what you will. But we have the 9 of Cups in reverse underneath the 7 of Pentacles. You could be getting very close to something you want, that you desire, that you really want to happen, whether it's an outcome, whether it's a situation with another person. And the 9 of Cups in reverse doesn't necessarily feel terrible to me, but it feels like something just isn't quite ready. The timing is off, or you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. That's a vibe I'm picking up here. Some of you might feel like you've been waiting forever for something, but I don't think this is necessarily bad. And once again, more of the cup energy, the emotional energy. Half of this spread is cup energy. So a lot of you could be going through those emotional roller coasters. This could be a warning about your emotions in general, that there could be a lot of ups and downs in the coming week, of course. But the karmic connection, there's a lot happening here, Leo. Let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the 2 of Swords with the 8 of Wands in reverse. This fiery energy in the beginning, it did feel like something stopping suddenly or surprisingly, like something coming to a halt very quickly. Or you could be having communication fallouts with people where communication just falls through. You can't, and there could be conversations you need to have. You just don't know how to start it. Like, I know what I want to say. I don't even know how to approach this type of energy. So do with that what you will. This could also be someone that doesn't know how to approach you. But moving to the center, we have a beautiful alignment. We have the King of Cups with the 2 of Cups in the upright. This is a very powerful, strong emotional connection. But once again, very up and down is what I'm getting here. Very stop and go, up and down. When things are good, they're perfect. When things are bad, they're really, really rough here. So I would say emotionally watch out for the ups and downs in this time, because it could be very hot and cold. Or this could represent your dynamic with another individual. Now, moving to the back end, we have the 7 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups in reverse. To me, this did feel like something that is baking, right? Like it's almost there. Something is so close. It's baking in the oven, but it's not quite ready just yet. So a lot of you could be waiting on something to come through. But I do feel like when it does, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be perfect, okay? But this karmic cycle isn't quite there just yet, but it will be for sure. Now, also, once again, the repeating numbers, we got 2s, we got 7s, we have all sorts of stuff here, Leo. Please take a screenshot if you'd like. I'm going to get you a shadow card real quick just to close this out. So let's see what's in the shadows for Leo, my guides. I mean, this could just be a very emotional person you're connected to. It doesn't have to be you. So what's in the shadows for my Leos, please? Guides. And I love using this deck at the end of every reading. It's very introspective in my opinion. Okay. All right, we have the Death card. That is not something to be freaked out about. This is big Scorpio energy here in the shadows, which is a place that Scorpio energy is not bashful about being. So I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of you are either connected with a Scorpio or have had a history with a Scorpio here. The death card can also represent the karmic cycles of life, and when it shows up in the reading itself and when it shows up in the shadows, I'm getting this interesting dynamic of the good times, the bad times, the karmic cycles, the beginnings, the endings, because the death card doesn't represent physical death. It can represent loss sometimes, so a portion of you could be dealing with a loss, or you lost something and it's still lingering in your energy, of course. But the death card to me is all about recognizing the karmic cycles of life, making sure you're on the right side of karma, that you're putting good things out. Okay, so some of you might just need to know, like, there is something that you might be holding on to that you need to shed before you transform. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the February subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the January subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for February, I've decided to run it back. Once again, we're doing 2 copies of the most adorable deck in all the land, the Smith Tiny Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments which card from this week's reading you thought was most adorable. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of February, the winners will be in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.